let's have a look at how to start a Civ game. Some of the shit I've learned. So I'm just gonna put it on normal Pangea so that you don't say I'm cheating. Pick, let's just pick a dude that's normally in the game. Morocco. He doesn't get any significant early game economic bonus, so you can't say I'm cheating either. Then let's go to advanced settings and just resources standard. Yeah, so I'm not, there's nothing. So legendary start just makes everybody start with a fantastic capital, so you get the same advantage as your opponents. Abundant is, it's like high, better than normal. Strategic balance is everyone will always have access to stuff like uranium and what's that metal stuff you get? Iron. Then there's another one after that, in the industrial age. Whatever. Basically, this just means everyone will kind of have some, or should, because you do get some weird things where someone can have like 20 uranium and everyone else is 0. So that's why strategic balance is a cool option. So I'm just gonna pick standard. This is not gonna take long. Anyway, whatever. All these other settings, whatever. Let's go.
Await your guidance, great the Saadi dynasty. Well known for your skill.
Okay, so I do not have any, I don't have a fantastic start. In fact, it doesn't look that great at all with desert around me. I'm not going to get overly complicated on this, but let me just show you this movement thing I spoke about earlier, which is there's a hill here and there's a hill there. That's too far away though. The ocean's here, so I probably want to explore what is going to be hopefully more inland. This looks like it's going to be more inland. Exploring to the north is tundra. Tundra is generally going to have less valuable resources, as is desert. So I'm in a bit of a bind. But there's grass here, so let's take a look. One tile down. Boom. Oh, there's more grass here, more desert here. Cool. I'm going to go down this way. Okay, cool. I'm starting to see more interesting stuff. I didn't end up on a hill, but it is what it is. Anyway, for settling, let's go. I'm just going to settle where I am. There are times where you do want to move, but like not really in this case. I don't have much better options. Getting the fresh water is probably good, because then I can actually build ships. Maybe there'll be something worth exploring or landing or whatever. Anyway, let's not get too complex on that. Found city, boom. Cool, I have a capital. Now, if you left click on the thingy, you see the city screen. This is where I spend most of my early game doing stuff. Now, why is that? You will see that I have a level 1 city, so this gives me automatic production in the city. That's guaranteed, you can never turn it off. And then you get, because I have 1 population, I can work 1 of my 6 tiles. In this case 5, because this desert does nothing. Now, there's this thing on the top right, citizen management. Maybe you know about this already, maybe I'm wasting your time, but let's have a look anyway. You can move the person around to work whichever tile you want, right? Now, the default focus is not very good. You could click on food focus, right? So as you can see, because I've clicked the villager off, if I click on these it doesn't change, and it says I've got an unemployed dude who just gives me 1 production, which is crap. If I want to get them back, click on this again and it default resets. Now I can click production, it'll go to the best tile with the best production. Gold, well I don't have gold, you know, so. But I can do it like this. Now, Civ 5's citizen management AI is really bad. If you just leave it to do the default stuff, your cities are going to be suboptimal. I mean, I'm talking. What we are going to do here may look like it's giving you tiny gains, but if you get good at doing it, it can actually give you huge gains. Anyway, the way a city works, you probably know this by now, it needs a certain amount of food to grow. Now, the bigger your city is, the better it is. I mean, it's that simple. Right now I can work 2 tiles. If my city was size 2 instead of 1, it could work a 2nd tile, which if it was size 3, it's literally double as strong as it is now, right? because then I could work, say, this cow, I could work this deer, and this stone. Those are the three best tiles I have right now. Obviously, the single best thing you can do at the start of the game is grow as fast as possible, which means for us, picking the cow is the no-brainer. That means your city's going to grow in 2 turns. Obviously, this may seem sped up to you, it's because I'm playing on the fastest possible game speed, because that's what I always do. I think on the next lowest one, it'll take like probably 7 turns for your city to grow, and then above that, it's like 15. It gets a bit crazy. So anyway, cool. Whatever. Let me pick something. Pottery. I always go pottery first because granaries are very good. Scout first because scouts are fantastic. Cool. End turn. Okay, here's my warrior dude. Let me go scouting some more. Boom. Ooh, here's a ruin. That's exactly what I want. Incense over here. It's worth noting that a capital city can expand to, I think you can work up to 4 tiles away in the end if the borders get big enough. That'll only be possible if you pick the tradition social policy. That being said, your borders I think can actually expand to be 6 away, and then you can improve those resources, but you won't be able to work the tiles. But for example, if this incense was like down here, I could put a plantation on it, because that's what it needs, I think, and then I would still get the luxury added to my empire. I just wouldn't get the tiles benefit. So in some ways you do still get a benefit from the tile. It's the same with like if uranium was down here and I improved it, uranium would get added to my empire if it's in my city's influence. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got 1 turn till we grow. Now here's where the interesting things come in. Progress 4 out of 7. Now if I move this guy off, it's going to take 3. If I put him here, oh look, it still takes 1 to grow. Because I only need a certain amount of food extra. Okay, so I need 2 food, you can see that. It says now it's 2, a minimum of 2. So what I can do to be smart is I can move off the cow and I can move over here. Now why did I do that? It's because this gives me 1 hammer. Now this is an extremely important concept to wrap your head around. Excess food when a new citizen is born never carries over. Ever. There are some exceptions. You can build certain buildings that allow some of it to carry over. What this means is that if I work this cow, the excess food that I'm producing here, i.e. 4 instead of 3, that extra 1 is just gone, right? In the next turn after that citizen's born, my city's not going to start with +1 food from the last turn. However, production always carries over. What this means is that even though it's going to take 5 hammers to produce the scout, or 5 more, if I overcap the scout, oh look, it takes a total of 12, right? I'm currently on 4 out of 12. I'm producing 5, so next turn I'll be on 9. Then the turn after that, I would technically be on 14 out of 12, and I'd produce the scout. Those extra 2 hammers that come through will, at the start of my turn, be like in reserve production, so to speak. So what that means is you always want to try, when you can, if you want to optimize, to never waste food, and turn whatever wasted food you're going to get into a more useful tile. In my case, the only other better tile I have is production right now. If I had this tile, say, and it worked out such, I could potentially jump onto this tile and get some gold as well as production, which would be pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm going to grow next turn, and there we go. Anyway, let's grab this ruin, and this is just incredible because this is the perfect start. Is as your city grows, you find a ruin that gives you an additional population in one of your cities. Because this means, as I said, food doesn't carry over. So what happened now is I went from 1 to 3 citizens in 1 turn. and I didn't waste any extra turns on spending food towards growing. This is why ruins are so important to scout early game, and it's why I'm pumping out a scout now, because I want to find more ruins as quickly as possible. Anyway, this guy can only move one more tile. I found a ruin here. There's probably could be one further to the left or to the right or down. So let's just jump on this hill and have a look. Crap, found barbarians, but I did find copper, which is good to know. It's another luxury resource. Okay, now I've grown twice since things happened. So what I want to do is keep growing. Obviously, we're at a point now where I'm working my 3 best tiles. Now, as I said earlier at the start, the citizen management thing, if you leave it to do its own thing, it's dumb. It's dumb as hell. What it often does is if you just leave it to do its own thing, is and it's not padlocked. So if I click reset and they are on this, right? Your governor has selected this tile to work. The way production and food tiles get carried, gets how it works is it gets calculated during the turn, but it only gets spent or used between turns. So what this means is that as you click end turn, the governor can sometimes be like, oh, you are on food focus. That means I should go on this tile instead, because we like food, right? Even though these two tiles are the same amount of food, the governor is dumb and it might think this tile's better, right? So then you actually lose a hammer that you could have had. There are some more extreme examples of this, like if this you can get bonuses in the game that make deserts produce stuff, or in later game you build an improvement on it, whatever. Or religion can let it produce culture. So let's say this tile produced one food and one culture. Even though you're on food focus, your governor might go, ooh, let's work this desert because we want to work culture. So what happens is this dude that was on the governor symbol, between when you click end turn, he will jump there, he'll give you the one food and the one culture, and then he'll jump back at the start of the turn to this tile or that tile or whatever. Basically, it's kind of just risky to let the governor, or the AI rather, just do what it wants. Because if you just keep doing that, it's going to keep hopping between tiles, and it could even hop to lower food tiles, and then your town can get weird stuff. The worst example of this is if you just leave the governor to do its own thing, and you're on a certain focus, even on default, on any of these. It can happen on any of these. When you start getting buildings where you can put people to work the slots, you may not know about that, but you can do that. Like if you have a workshop, it has a slot to put a worker in there to give you 2 production and production towards great engineers. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is if you're on production focus, you would think that the governor would automatically at some point, if he cannot find more production tiles, he would put a dude to work that workshop. That's going to be on the right here, under this great work buildings. That's not the case. What he will actually do is quite often, if you have a city that you've just left on its own, you'll open it and you'll see a lot of this, where the governor literally doesn't, like the AI doesn't know what to do, because it's bugged out or whatever. And it just sits with unemployed citizens, and then your city's getting no food, and you're like, what the hell? This is so dumb. So that's why I'm always a fan of locking the tiles you want to do. So now I know that my city's at its optimum growth. And what I also want to do is, I mentioned earlier, cool, my scout's going to be ready next turn. He only needs 3 more hammers, I'm producing 6. That means I've got 3 more hammers for next turn. What you often want to do is click the show queue thing, and you often always want to have at least one other thing in the queue. This is because the way hammers sometimes work is that sometimes when you click end turn, they can vanish. The excess ones can vanish at the start of the turn. So what you always want to do, because as I said, the calculation happens during the turn, but the actual expenditure happens between turns. And if the game is doing a lot of funky calculations, it may not register that you had excess hammers at the time for whatever reason. So I'm just going to queue up something else after the scout. Right? Add to queue another scout. Cool. And on I go. Alright, this dude's a bit stranded. You can always hold down right click to see where you want to move. He doesn't have any great spots to go. I'm just gonna move like this and like that. Okay, what do we have here? Ooh, lots of bananas. That's very nice food. See, this could be a potential good spot for another city. Got a lake there as well. Anyway, I've got my scout. I'm gonna immediately jump on this hill here to see what I can see with him. Boom. Fish, wheat. There's a river here. Lots of production. This is also looking nice. Let's hope there's a luxury. Anyway, looking at my city, cool. It's still on these same tiles. It's probably going to expand there next. That's fine. I'd probably prefer it to expand to the gold. If I really wanted, I could buy the... Oh, well, I don't have money, so I can't actually buy the gold. Cool. Nothing much to really do now. Okay, let's just bring this guy. There could be a ruin up here, so I'm actually going to move like this. Not too good. Let's have a look further this way. More copper. That's good. Oh wait, that is the only copper. Oh wait, there's another copper. But this now makes this city like guaranteed quite valuable looking. This river makes these tiles so much more useful, and these hills. This is a very nice settling point. And if I build it on the coast, like on here, I get that fish, which is also nice. Okay, so let's see. We're about to make another scout. How's he doing? Oh, he's going to have another 3 hammers spare. So I'm probably not going to build a monument because I'll probably just go tradition. That's something to point out with social policies. If you go tradition, it says here, where is it? Provides a free culture building in your first 4 cities. The first culture building you can unlock is the monument because it gives culture. So if I built a monument in my capital, it would be a waste. Right now. You could avoid picking this until you get a higher tier culture building, but that's, yeah, kind of not really worth it. Because I think the next culture building comes quite a bit later, because culture only starts picking up after a bit. Probably just go for a 3rd scout. That seems good. Alright, let's see here. Pottery, lovely. What would I go for next? Well, what luxuries do I have here? Golds, I would need mining. That would improve that as well. Trapping would improve the deer. Husbandry would improve that. So, seeing as I probably want to work food early, I would say going for trapping is probably good. So I'll do that. Let's take a look. Okay, ooh, we got cotton down here as well. And that's a city-state. Great. I will go to the north now, because a scout can move better. Ooh, another ruin. That's exactly what I thought there would be over there. Okay, the city's gonna grow. Are there any better tiles? Ooh, if I take it off there. Now you see I perfectly need this amount of food. I need exactly 4 extra, so I cannot optimize further in this case. So that's fine, nothing's going to be wasted. So boom, in turn. And let's grab this ruin. Ooh, I got mining for free. That's pretty cool. Let's go meet the city-state. Hello city-state. Pledge to protect. Because you always do that, it gives you a little rep boost. Although that's not going to change too much. Ooh, cocoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll actually one day be within my capital's influence if I'm going tradition. 1, 2, 3, 4. As will these first. Wow. What a good start. And this is on Normal start, by the way. Okay, I've grown one. Yep, this is just the best tile for me to buy, or use rather. I could buy a tile. I don't have a strong food tile to use right now, and I want to keep growing, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to spend my gold yet. Okay, I'm about to get my third scout out. Now I get my lovely granary. I love granaries, they're so good. Look how good that is. Just a no-brainer to build. Okay. Let's go have a look. I will jump into that tile quickly on this hill without angering them. Only if you are there at the start of the next turn will you anger them. And even so, angering them if it's not too bad. Here's another hill for me. Great. Nothing there yet. I want to probably go down this way, but there's that barbarian. This is probably going to just be coast. Well, let's go take a look up here. Natural wonder. Well, that's interesting. Free happiness for me. Yep, free 1 happiness. I like that. Let's see what this guy can see first. Cool, it's exactly as I thought. It was just going to be a little narrow coastline here. This is the top of the map, so it's probably not too worth going there. Let me just jump down here. Okay, not too much going on. And I've met some dude. He doesn't have an animation because it's the mod. Just a picture of the dude. Another cool something you can do is you can sell your embassy to people at the start of the game. Wow, he accepted 2 gold. Normally they only go for 1. This is probably because it's on a low difficulty just to show off. Cool, so he knows where my capital is, but he's giving me 2 gold a turn. Which is
About
how do you see your current deals again? Diplomacy, this is diplomacy. Do I hover over it? It's been a while. Diplomacy overview, there we go. Cool, so he has an embassy in my capital, so you can see where my capital is in exchange for 2 gold a turn. I can't remember, for 20 turns. That's so dumb. Yeah, the AI is dumb. Okay, let's have a look. Well, if this warrior's over here, he's probably got ruins that are probably around this way, so I would probably want to start. Oh look, another free 1 happiness, that's great. Oh, another city-state up there. I didn't even see that. Okay, let's go down here. Oh, what's this? Silk. Good stuff. Up we go. Another ruin. I knew that would be there pretty much. I'm going to bring this guy back because he's slower at moving and I'm probably going to need him soon for protecting workers and settlers. Boom. Hello Troy, how are you? Is that a hill? Yes it is. I'm just going to jump there. It will annoy that city-state, but that's alright. Always go to the hill, just for... well, I suppose I already did go to that hill, that's why I didn't get any more tiles revealed. Let's see, what could we get here? If we get another +1 pop, that would be cool. But we don't know that we'll get that, so... probably won't get that. Advanced weapon, so it's an archer now. Pretty good. Okay. I can't get out of here in a good way. He's only slightly angry, I'll just move over here. The barbarian could actually hit me over the river, so I'll take less damage. Tradition, that's what I want. Boom. And I'm going to jump on the hill. He didn't attack me, that's good. I don't want to deal with these barbarians, so I'm going to move away. Barbarians will attack your scouts because they are stronger than them by a long shot. So they will, every time scouts within range, they're going to attack them. That's why I don't want to move in. I'm going to I can't get there, so I'll just move like this. Stupid guy in my way. Okay, let's come back over here. Let's go over here. Okay, cool. I've revealed this. I'm about to grow. Okay, so if I take off... Okay, so I need 2 food to grow, as you can see. Well, I only need... Yeah. Which means I can get excess production. So what I can do is buy this tile. And then I'm going to work that tile for more production and gold. And you can see the benefits of this. Because... Oh well, this thing's literally about to be built, so it's gonna have spilt over. Again, I'm not building the monument. I am gonna build a worker now. Alright. Okay, let's have a look here. Let me jump on that hill. Let me just move this guy around a bit. There's not too much going. This guy can probably start going down here. That guy's getting whomped by the barbarians. Good for him. This is really the coast. Very water heavy Pangaea. That's fine. Alright, I grew, so I can work another tile. You see, we always want to keep growing. Because growth is king, so even though that tile is a fantastic tile, I'm going to go for more food. Why? Because 4 turns till I grow versus 6. That is a big difference. So, that's what we do. The extra production, the production I lose from that means my guy's going to take extra time to be built, but in the long run, growing is always better. Alright. Trapping. Okay, moving down, moving down. I'll just keep there for line of sight. This guy can move down here. Up or down, up or down. The barbarian camp's there, so I'm actually going to move down. That's going to be annoying. Let's see. What's always good to go for is writing. Ooh, truffles and spices. That's decent. And here's where that AI is. I could go womp on this camp before it makes more dudes. It's probably worth doing. This guy's still a scout, even though he got promoted to an archer, so I want to keep exploring with him. Additional production when building wonders seems good. The free culture building's good. That's not so good early game. I don't get a bonus from that right now, so I'm just going to do this. Cool, because I picked that, I will have my monument built. You see it's gone from the list. Okay. I'm going to see if they've done what I want them to do yet. Believe me, there's a reason I'm hanging around with these scouts around these city-states, which I'm going to show you in a second. I'm about to grow. I cannot take food off, so I can't get extra production. It is what it is. But what I can do... Ugh, why am I misclicking so much? Add to queue. I am going to add a settler to my queue. Barbarian camp just spawned there, great. I still haven't done that. Okay, my workers needs to improve stuff. As you can see, my happiness is getting a bit low, so I need this luxury. So I'm gonna go get that quickly. No matter how I move, I will end up there in 2 turns. I'll rather go here though. I will move up here because I get more defense when on the hill. Moving down, another ruin. That is so good. Now let's talk about settlers. Settlers stop your city growing. This means any food I'm getting is pointless. So, you just saw me take everything of food. And it doesn't matter. Because I want to maximize my production to get my settler out there as quickly as possible. I've put on every single tile that gives production. I could buy a tile. I could buy this for more production. It's a Tundra Hill. 35. I will do that. Boom, even more production. And then the last tile is essentially going to be wasted. Because I don't really have much money left. It increases every time you buy another tile. So I'll just sit on this tile because why not? Look at that, my settler's now going to be out in 4 turns instead of 6. Which is huge when the city's not growing. It's now not growing for 4 turns instead of 6. So not only are you getting the settler out faster to get your next city down quicker, which is going to allow it to start benefiting your empire quicker, but you're hurting your capital for less time. That's why this is so important. Boom, next turn. Still not, eh? Alright, let's see what we get. And my capital's now even bigger. Which probably doesn't help me much, to be honest, because right now, because there's no more hammers for me to gain. But, you know, whatever. It'll help me once the settler's out, for sure. Right, let's chop at this guy a bit. Let me just sit on this tile. Let me just shoot this dude because he might come in and try and attack me, and then if he does, he'll be weakened already. Let me move up here to get that luxury. Alright. Things are going well. I have writing. What do I want next? Probably archery is good. And now we do what I was planning to do the whole time. We declare war on the city-state, and we take this guy's worker. Good stuff. I start improving this tile. They made another warrior 1-2. He cannot come and hit me this turn. So that's great. I'm going to womp on him again. I'm going to shoot this guy again. And yeah, good stuff. Oh. I think I screwed that up, lol. So this guy will die unless I take that. Heal instantly. Decisive victory. Boom, free gold for me. What do I get here? Increased growth in the capital. I'm not growing right now because I'm making a settler. I'm going to take wonder production. And this dude, I want to get out of the line of fire of the city. So let's move him here. If I shoot that guy, he's going to come in and steal the kill. So I'm actually just going to move. Ooh, how about that? Oh, another free happiness. Oh, it's so good to win. That click I just did was to keep him building this, because if he'd built it on this turn, then I could get the benefit immediately. That's why I always do that with luxury resources. Cool, I have my settler out. Minor victory. Fortify until healed. I will do that, just to keep that barbarian distracted. Cannot make peace with them yet. And I'll begin trekking that worker along. Let's see if I get more growth. Oh, I get sailing for free, good stuff. Let's explore down here and see if that's a place to settle. What else? Calendar is always good. I'm going to immediately go for the Great Library. This tile's better than that tile, just for a bit more growth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to pump out the Great Library as quickly as possible, which is 8 turns, which is not great. I could go settle up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get the furs. Oh, this part of the world is too good to not settle in. Problem is there's a warrior over here. 1, 2. He could move like that. So I'm going to try and sneak around the edge. Generally best to have defense for your units, which is why I'm actually going to, even though I don't want to, I'm going to put a warrior in the queue. Because I actually shouldn't have moved this dude up over here to clear that camp. He should have stayed here to protect my settler. Because losing a settler to the barbarians is yeah. Okay, this is now a problem. Okay, so I finished improving that, so I've got my happiness, and the tile's better, but this dude's going to come and jump on my dude. So I'm going to... this is a bit awkward. I'm going to have to stay here, and this dude's going to have to come out around this way. I'm just staying 2 tiles away at all times. Still hasn't made a worker. This is getting irritating. Okay, this scout's going to come up here. This worker's going to come up here. Another. I'm just going to ignore him. Go that way. Alright. I don't want to actually get munched by that warrior, so I'm just going to... start coming back, I think. Okay, so that guy's gonna get munched. I'm gonna go there. This dude might take my settler now. There's not much I can do about that. I will move away from the full health guy though. And I'll do that. Oh, it's some other dude. Trade. Yeah, I have an embassy for 3 gold. Okay, 2 gold. Pfft, lol. Thank you for the free money. Okay, stalemate. Okay, that dude's now dead. This dude can get promoted and come back. This dude's gonna move here, this dude's gonna move like that, this guy's gonna keep healing. This dude's gonna keep improving. This dude's gonna come over here because he's safe. That archer's gonna be irritating. I'm not gonna fight, I'll just take defensive. And Bob's your uncle. This guy needs to come back home and help me fight. Boom. Let's see how's these tiles going. 1, 2. Oh, that looks pretty good to me. Okay. Now we can kill this guy. Boom. That's what I was waiting for. Now the settler can come over here. This dude needs to come back and heal because he's useless on such low health. And this worker can actually come over here because he can start improving that copper immediately for more happiness. What's next? The wheel. Okay. Okay, this dude's gonna get shot to death by the archer. So he's gonna go sit in the capital and heal. This dude's finished repairing that. Well, not repairing, but building. Gonna go improve that hill. This dude's gonna come here and lay some smack down. This guy's gonna come on this hill. This guy's gonna come over here. This guy's gonna take survivalism because it's a great trait. He's gonna come over here. And this dude's gonna come over here. Alright, we're doing very well. This is a very nice start. Someone took my great library. That's always fun. Great Library is the most contested wonder in the early game, so that's fine. Probably just going to respond by getting another settler, which means I can jump off food again. Although I'm already working the highest production tiles. That's fine. Start working that, kill him. You can... That's still a river, it's so close to the city though. Yeah, Desert Hill River. I think this is actually the better spot. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna do it here. Alright, free worker for me. And this dude's ready to improve the copper. This guy I can make peace with, so that the anger slowly goes back down. Immediately start on a granary. What do we want to do here? We want to grow as quickly as possible. However, if I stagnate, how long will that granary take? 8 turns. That's not good. So 4 turns, buy a tile. If I buy this, 3 turns. Little optimizations make a difference. Alright, this worker can just move up over here. This dude can move up over here. Can start healing. This dude can kill him. This guy got promoted. He's gonna heal. Improve that. I need the happiness. Improve that. I could do with the production. What are we building next? Bronze working's pretty good because I could get remove jungle. Okay. Probably want to go and start shooting this barbarian camp that's been a pain in my ass. Let's go jump over there. They can just keep healing. Build that mine. Okay. Our gold's a little bit crap, and I'm making settlers, so I'm just gonna take monarchy. Cool. Gold's positive. Happiness got a boost. A deal where that dude was giving us gold. Let's see if I can fleece anything off of him. The That's so dumb. So I sold him my embassy, he's gonna give me his embassy for free. Lol. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Cool. We got an extra hammer by completing that this turn, which would actually be reflected in this calculation. My settler's gonna come out. What do I want now? Honestly, I probably just want my last settler. Yeah, get all my 4 settlers out, because tradition is about using at least 4 cities. Okay, not much else going on. Bombarded by an enemy archer. I'll take barrage because I'm in rough terrain. Boom. Still at war with them. Cool. Rabat grew. Just keep growing. That's what you do. Got that luxury online. 4 turns until we grow again. Fantastic. Get over there. Build a farm. This dude can probably come back. Okay, my settler's ready. Could get incense over there. I'll get incense anyway. I'm gonna get that silk one day from that town. Uluru is so good, but there's nothing else really that I know of. Oh, there's the gold, but I do have gold already. Anyway, this has probably been long enough for you to at least kind of get an idea of how the early game pans out. Going this far this way just for spice and truffles feels a bit dangerous, because that's his capital, I think. So I probably end up just settling there and getting Krakatoa, which is good enough. And my 4th city would probably, I would just go down here and get Uluru, put it on the coast, get fish, and whatever else could be the atoll. Obviously I haven't explored all of this fully, so I don't know that it's a perfect location. The same's true of this. There are mountains here and desert, which makes this less desirable. But sure, I hope you've at least seen some of how, you know, you can play, learn some stuff, and yeah, that's what it is. Let me know if you've got questions.